Hi there, it's Martha, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I have a What I've Been Warming video, so I didn't do one last week. Life, there's a lot of stuff going on last week, so I didn't do it, but I do have, which means I have quite a bit to go through, actually. So I have quite a bit to go through here. I did split up typically I combined Scentsy and Vendor Wax in one What I've Been Melting video, but this time, since there was a lot of vendor, I just split them up. So if you're interested in the Scentsy one, that one should be up now as well. Otherwise, let's see what I warmed in Vendor Wax. Okay, we're going to start off with teddy bees. I had to go get my glasses and everything. I'm never prepared. I get so excited to do a video and then I'm like, you're never prepared. But let's start with Little Pumpkin Beach Party. I have not melted a whole lot of teddy bees because out of all of the Vendor Wax that I have, this is the one that people say let cure longer, especially bakery. But this one, it worked for me in my bedroom. I have not tried this particular scent down in open space. And I've also heard that teddy bees is it's just a softer scents in general, except for that midnight rosewood that I talked about a few weeks ago. That one was blasting me. So I think her bakery scents are a little lighter, but this is Beach Nights Pumpkin Cupcakes and Marshmallow Fluff. This was poured on June 8th. So it hasn't been, it's only been a few months, but in the bedroom, this was beautiful. And I had it going over like a day and a half and I can smell it. And this is so good. This is a really nice Little Pumpkin Beach Nights scent, and I've been doing some damage on it. A lot of these I share with my friends too, so I don't know if I had like a full tub to begin with or not, but I did have a full one of this. This is I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples, and this was a full souffle that I had. This was poured, let's see, June 27th of this year, and I've used up half. Now, it's a good scent. Like the apples in here are actually quite nice. It's juicy apple, cinnamon, and clove. I get a lot of the vanilla. And I had this downstairs in open space. So I know this would probably do better in my bedroom. So it was light. I did have some of it in tea lights and hot plates. But I could smell it. So I could smell it and it was pretty. It was more of like a background. It was just an evening where I just wanted to relax and have something nice going. So I like this, but I don't know if it's the I Heart Vanilla blend. There's something almost a tiny bit body care like. So it's kind of like not what I would expect with like juicy apples, I guess, or maybe not what I was expecting. I liked it. I'm just trying to decide that maybe I Heart Vanilla may not be like my favorite, but I liked it a lot. So I hope that makes sense. It's just, I was thinking it just smelled like a little different than maybe what I would expect. I guess that's the best way to say it, but I liked it. Speaking of, what I really did like, this was fantastic. And my first time trying Britta's, I do have a sample order of like some samples coming. They should be coming like in the next week or so. But this is my first time trying Britta's. This particular one is called the Exorcist. This is Britta's, is it Creepy Treasures, I think is the name of it, of her wax company. And this was phenomenal. I love this one so much. It's called The Exorcist is the name of it. It's Palo Santo, Patchouli, and VBM. What is VBM? Vanilla bean. I don't know. I don't know what VBM is. But anyway, then there's sea kelp and salty sea air. Had I seen these scent notes, I probably would have said, not for me unless I was in a mood to like wild card something. But the sea kelp probably would have intrigued me because I didn't know how much I loved coastal kale until I smelled it. So this might have been one that I might have thrown in my cart. But anyway, long story short is I won this from the bingo live that Charity, Natalie, and Diane had back in was that back in September. It was a bingo, and Charity sent me a package of wax, and this was in there. That's how I got this one. So beautiful. Like, I want more of this. And I don't know how to describe it. I have this in open space. I did have some in a tea light warmer. I had, I think, one in my little garden Scentsy element warmer, and I might have had one in a hot plate. So kind of three different types of warmers. But this filled up my downstairs completely, and just like those 3 warmers. And it's, I don't know how to describe the scent. It's so pretty. It is perfumey. But it's just beautiful. Salty sea air sometimes scares me, but here it's not too salty. It's just a really beautiful blend. I'm looking forward to getting the samples that I got, just to see if like Britta is like a wax that really works for me. But this was fantastic. I would love to have more of the Exorcist. I have a little bit left. I'm going to finish this off this week in my bedroom, probably. I don't think I'll talk about it next week if I finish it this week. But yeah, that was fantastic. This one also came as part of that winnings, the bingo winnings. This is from Southbound Basic Witch, or Basic Witch is the name of the scent by the company Southbound. It is pink sugar, toasted marshmallow, campfire smoke, and sweet gooey marshmallow cream. What I get most of anything of this is that sweet gooey marshmallow, which is pretty. It's kind of fun. It's definitely a gooey marshmallow. I warm this downstairs in tea lights and my hot plates. I might have put some in that. The element warmer that I use a lot downstairs is the little garden one that I have. So it's got like little cactus, is it cactus? No, succulents, little succulents. And I also use the Salerno quite a bit. But anyway, I have this in a mix of different types of warmers. Definitely got that gooey marshmallow. Tiny bit smoky, like it's very sweet. A little bit of smoke. But I also got this like a little hint of like a plastic note. Just like, it's not enough to ruin it, but just the tiniest bit. So I've heard that about Southbound clams or clamshells. I say clams. Clamshells. So I don't know if it's just the wax. I don't know. But anyway, this was nice. Wasn't like anything that I thought was like, wow, it wasn't like how I felt about the Britta's Exorcist. This was just, it was fine. I enjoyed it. Gooey marshmallow. It's good. Okay. Let's see here. I think I only have one Sassy Girl, so I only warmed this once. This is Goodwin from Sassy Girl Aroma. This was gifted to me by Summer Michelle. And this is pumpkin pecan waffles, banana bread, butter popcorn, and zucchini bread. Now, I've never had buttered popcorn and wax, and I've always just assumed I really probably wouldn't like it just because, or maybe I just didn't want to have buttered popcorn. I love popcorn. I love, love, love popcorn. I love movie theater popcorn. I could be stuffed like up here of just have eaten dinner, and if we go to the movies, I'm getting a tub of popcorn because I'm like, was that Pavlov's law, whatever that is, I smell popcorn and I must have it. That's what it is. So I don't think I necessarily wanted popcorn in my house or a popcorn smelling wax, but it was nicely blended in here. The banana bread as well. I think this is the first time smelling banana from Sassy Girl Aroma. I think just this week I was talking, someone had asked me if I'd smelled her banana, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, yeah, I did, because I warmed it. The banana is artificial banana, but it mixed well. It mixed well with that buttered, the buttered popcorn. Also, the buttered popcorn was not like, it wasn't the top note that I smelled. It was there, but it was blended really well with the banana nut bread and the pumpkin pecan waffle. So I just used a little bit of this because this really filled the downstairs. I only used 4 cubes in half of the downstairs. I think the other half I had some kind of coffee scent going. So this was good. Now, is this like my favorite Sassy Girl aroma blend? No, it's not. But I enjoyed it, and I'll warm more of it. It's probably just going to take me a while to use this one up, but this is Goodwin. Okay. I'm talking a lot, aren't I? All right. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time. Okay. I think this might be the only two Rose Girls. I'm trying to keep these together. Let's start with the one that's not all used. This one is Pistachio Donuts, Pistachio and Donut Holes. This was also, I should have, I don't know if this came from the Round Robin or from Summer or where it came from. Might have even been charity. I don't remember now. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to put initials on things, and obviously I did not. But this is very good. I love pistachio. Love it. And mixed with the donut holes, this was very good and performed really well for me. I definitely smell this. And I only used this one day for a little while, I think in the evening or afternoon after work. Maybe it was after work. But really enjoyed that. I have a little bit left. I should finish it. I should not be, moving things over. Or putting away half empty bags, especially since I can tell this is an older one, just because of how it's already got like a yellowish tone to it. So I should probably just carry that forward and finish that. This one is one that I did finish, and this one I did get from charity. So this one I know I got from charity. This is Starbeans Cafe. This is Espresso Vanilla Crunch Donuts and Vanilla Bean Noel from Rose Girls. And these were like bigger chunks. These were bigger than what she's chopping now. So I think this was originally, it looks like from 2022. This is, it's an espresso with donuts and vanilla. So it's a nice coffee blend. I enjoyed it. One day, the first time I tried it, it was stronger. And then that was a few weeks ago. And then I tried it again this morning and I didn't smell it as much. So I don't know if I had left the bag open for a little while or just my nose. So this one was fine. I liked it. There's so many coffee blends out there that I enjoyed this, but I don't know that I'd buy it again because I feel like I love some other ones a little bit more. All right. Then we have here Knowles Farm Scents. So this one is Autumn on the Farm, Pumpkin, Cinnamon, Clove, Fir, and Cedarwood. Autumn on the Farm. I'm trying to remember which one. Okay, yeah. This one I had in my bedroom. Nope, had it downstairs. It had to be my bedroom. See, this is why I do this every week. Had to be my bedroom because why? I don't remember. But all I know is what I do remember about warming this is it was my bedroom. It was my bedroom because it went on for so normally vendor wax, I'll switch out after, depending on the wax, could be average 5 hours or 8 hours. This one kept going. This was very strong, performed very well. I picked this up, I want to say in September. So it's fairly new. And yeah, it was in my bedroom and it really kept going. I left it on it was on for about 18 hours straight and it was still, obviously the scent had diminished somewhat, but it really, really performed. And I love his pumpkin, that pumpkin oil that he uses. This, I do get more clove and fir and cedarwood. So you do get some of that tree, and I think that's part of it too. For some reason, tree notes tend to are stronger. They tend to last a lot longer. They're typically what you'd see as base notes, which is like the scent that just lingers the longest. But yeah, so this was Autumn on the Farm. Great performer. Really enjoyed this. And I had this going on in my bedroom. It started coming back to me. Now this one is Vibrant Autumn, and this is apple, cinnamon, clove, pine, cranberry, and cedar. Vibrant Autumn. This I had also, in this I had going in the guest room, and I did warm this 2 times. Another strong performer. Very, very strong. This one lasted a day and a half, which vendor wax is shocking. I mean, I shouldn't say shocking. It's just not typical. Not typical for vendor wax. It's what people expect from Scentsy, but vendor wax, it's just different. The apple and the cranberry, and I'd say that pine is probably the notes that come out the most, the strongest. So if you like an apple and you like cranberry, and there's no bakery in this, there's no like vanilla or like any kind of typical bakery notes like marshmallow or anything like that. It's just a lot of apple. I get the cranberry, I get the pine. I do get some of the cinnamon and clove as well. But this performed fantastic. This is not like my favorite scent just because I do like bakeries a little bit more, but it's a great scent. The second time I warmed it, because I did want a little more like a bakery edge to it, I mixed it with, carbs. Is it called just carbs? What the carbs or something from Rose Girls, just to give it a little more bakery edge to it. But great performer. That is Vibrant Autumn. This one is called Everything Nice, and I warmed this, I don't remember, maybe downstairs. This came from Summer, but it's a Knowles Farm Scents. This is cinnamon, almond, sugar, raisin, apple, allspice, butter, vanilla, and pie crust. Everything Nice. I warmed this downstairs. I used half of it because there's 8 mini cubes that come in here. Yeah, and this is, it's like allspice. It's a very autumn spicy kind of scent. So I do get that almond. I did get almond. I got some of that butter. I got the vanilla, a little apple. Yeah, this reminds me of almost like something you would smell like on Thanksgiving, kind of those notes. And this performed very well. Now let me talk about Knowles for a second. I use it in my Scentsy warmers. I do have a hot plate warmer that I'll throw one in there just to kind of give it a little bit more. But for me, I actually like it in my Scentsy warmers. I found so again, my own personal experience, the tea light warmers like blast through the fragrance oils in a couple of the Knowles Farm scents that I've tried, where I'm like, it was almost like too much. Like it was too much and too fast. So my preference is to use a 25 watt warmer and maybe like one hot plate. But these that I was talking about that were like performed and lasted a long, long time were in Scentsy warmers. So I just wanted to call that out because sometimes I know people are like, well, what are you using for vendor wax? And most of the time I'm using my Scentsy warmers, but they're my hottest Scentsy warmers. And in the case of Knowles Farm Scents, I actually like them in Scentsy warmers better. This is Pumpkin Pretzel Latte. This is pumpkin butter, pumpkin pie, toasted marshmallow, graham cracker, and vanilla bean. I warmed this downstairs. I warmed this the same day, I believe, that I had pumpkin spice latte going on in the kitchen. So it was like a pumpkin kind of a day. And this also had latte in it. So it was a perfect. Oh, it's so good. Now I get more caramel in here and it doesn't call out caramel, but I do get like a caramel-y note, and I think that's the pretzel. Yeah, there's something to me like a buttered brown sugar kind of scent, but this is really, really good. Maybe it's the pumpkin butter. I don't know, but I'm getting definitely a buttery note, which then in my brain is also getting some kind of brown sugar, which then is like, well, is that caramel? So I think that's why sometimes I think it's caramel, but it's actually more like this buttered sweet scent. And the pumpkin, again, is fantastic. You get a little touch of latte in the background. That's a good one too. Pumpkin pretzel latte. All right, let's talk about Zeep. So this is pumpkin spice latte with whip. It's pumpkin spice, espresso, and a dash of whipped cream. I picked this up maybe just a few weeks ago. So this is part of the fall collection that is still available, I think. The holiday collection, I just posted that yesterday. It's good. This performed really well. I have used Zeep in a combination of element warmer and hot plate and a tea light before. I think on this particular day, it was just my Scentsy warmers, the hot plate and the Salerno in the kitchen, because I had, like I said, this one, the pumpkin pretzel going on the other side of the open space. And yeah, it's just, I love coffee scents. It's a pumpkin spice espresso, and that is Zeep. Then I also warmed Oktoberfest from Zeep, and this is zucchini bread, blueberries, sweet pumpkin spice. This was gifted to me by Summer Michelle. And yeah, I definitely got the blueberries in here. And it's been a while since I've warmed blueberries. I kind of overdid it on the blueberries, but this was very good. After it warmed for a while, though, I almost got a perfumey kind of note. So which is interesting because this is all bakery, right? I don't know if it was the zucchini bread, but the blueberries, and then it leaned after a couple hours of warming it, like a tiny bit of a perfumey note, but it was still very pretty. So I would order this again. I liked it. The blueberries, I think it's just the blueberries that are a little perfumey, but the zucchini bread was really nice. And I didn't get as much pumpkin spice to my nose, but it was a good one. That's Oktoberfest from Zeep. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I knew I'd done another Teddy Bee, so I do have this one. My friend gave me a little sample of her souffle of Shillien Saint. So this is Teddy Bee's Shillien Saint. I warmed this in the bedroom. I didn't smell this one all that much. I remember thinking, oh, it smells nice in here, but it wasn't very strong. It was not a very strong scent, so I don't have much to say about that one. The Pharmacist's Daughter. This is Witch's Brew. This, how did I get this? I don't know. That's definitely my sticker on here. So I think my friend might have given me, oh, how did this come to be? I don't remember, but it's very good. It's a good, and I know I've heard, I think Etta Harrison in her videos, she's purchased a lot of coffee from the Pharmacist's Daughter, and she does make good coffee. It's strong. It's good, strong coffee. This one, let's see, scent notes of coffee house, blue sugar, marshmallow fireside, and glazed donuts. So I do get a little smokiness. Performed very well. This was like little teeny bats and pumpkins, so that was really cute. So that's from the Pharmacist's Daughter, Witch's Brew. Then let's take out. Here's another random. This is Fantasy Wax Melts Pumpkin Apple Butter. I had this warming this morning, and to be honest, I did not get a whole lot from it. This was gifted to me as well, so I mean, I don't know what the pour date on this originally was. I get a little pumpkin, I get a little teeny apple, but that's about it. And I had this going in a tea light warmer, and I really couldn't smell it much, so I was like, okay, let's throw something else in there. Now this one, Warm and Toasty. This is from Enchanted Scent Memories. So Holly is the owner of Enchanted Scent Memories, and she had sent me a box to try. And so still, thank you so much, Holly, for that. So this was part of that, and that is Warm and Toasty. It was a snap bar, and I had looked at the notes in that video, but now I don't remember what they are. But it's toasty. Definitely a toasty kind of scent. I warm this downstairs in the evening when it was really, really cold. And then this morning I had like one left and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this one little snap bar left? So I put it in a tea light warmer in the bathroom that you cannot smell anything in there. And it was wafting through the bathroom down. I was downstairs and I'm like, I could smell it. So this was a really good scent. I did enjoy this. And that is Warm and Toasty from Enchanted Scent Memories. All right. From L3. Yeah. Trying to see what else is in here. Okay. From L3, I warmed 8 Crazy Nights. Yeah, I have half of that little bunt left. I warmed this in my room. And I do like this scent. This is blackberry jelly, fried dough, and a hint of campfire smoke. It's actually really nice for the bedroom. It's yummy. Her blackberry jam is very yummy. So I enjoy that. Her wax does perform pretty well for me. I typically warm it in my bedroom, though. I haven't warmed a whole lot downstairs. Some. Like this one. This one I did warm downstairs. This is Sally. This is spun vanilla sugar, pecan bars, pie crust, and vanilla ice cream. It was an entire bunt. I did use the whole thing downstairs. And this one I can smell. And I use this in my Scentsy warmers. And it was very pretty. What I picked up the most was probably the spun vanilla sugar and the vanilla ice cream with a little bit of the pecan pie crust, but I really enjoy that one. So that one's called Sally. This next one is Hufflepuff. This is fresh baked cookies, sweet cinnamon, sugar, and pumpkin pralines. Hufflepuff. This is another really great scent. I think I have this in a mini loaf, I think. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of scent in the bag. But I use this downstairs. What I got the most is definitely that kind of cinnamon sugar and those baked, kind of baked cookies and a little bit of pumpkin. So that is Hufflepuff. And that did work downstairs. Then I had Season of the Witch. I warmed this upstairs in my bedroom. This is Apples and Leaves Blend. Season of the Witch from L3. I like this one. But I am getting a little tired of leaves. So after it did last a full day. I was kind of ready to be over it, but it's a typical fall scent. So if you love leaves and you love apple, this is definitely for you. It's not like my favorite, but I enjoyed it. And that is Season of the Witch. And I'm sniffling. I'm still sniffling. Okay. Then from Kay's Scented Melts, I had Twilight. I think it was like a little flower. I had it in my bedroom. I had it the same night, I think, as I was mixing something else. This was very pretty. I do remember coming in here. It's very perfumey. Coming in here and going, oh, that's nice. And whatever I had whatever else I had going with it, I don't remember now. I don't remember. I'm sorry. But it performed pretty well. I had this in my... What is that one called? Alabaster warmer. And that is Twilight from Kay Scented Melts. Then my friend, I call it my private reserve. She made me a dupe of Jack's Obsession. And that's apples, cloves, and cinnamon. And yeah, spot on. So I warmed a whole snap bar of this upstairs in the bedrooms. And that is a dupe for sure. So thank you, Evan. Last but not least on the wax is from the Melted Mousse. This is Goblin Pie, pistachio, nut cake, vanilla ice cream, and pie crust. And I warmed this up here in the bedroom, and this is fantastic. It's so good. Performed really well. The pistachio nut cake in the vanilla and the pie crust. I don't really get pie crust necessarily, but that's always a scent that is hard to get. But the pistachio and the ice cream, fantastic. So I love that. This was my first time melting the Melted Mousse. So I got quite a bit back like in August, I think. So yeah, it was poured in August so that it would have plenty of time to cure. I'm about to die here. I see the battery going, ee. So last but not least, this is not wax, but I ended up finishing Endless Weekend. This is a Bath and Body Works pump, foaming hand wash, and I really do like the scent. So Endless Summer is a great scent, and we are finally at the end of summer. It went from being 90 degrees and a week later being like me turning on the heater because it was like 64 in here. So that is quite a change in temperature. So definitely summer has ended. All right. So that was a lot, I felt, from me talking and going through what I warmed the past 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, consider giving me a like and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. A lot more videos coming this week. Those pre-orders keep coming. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Happy melting. Bye-bye.